So what's going on, people? How you doing? Bushy Brother here. Today is Tuesday, March 31st. No, not my scheduled normal Wednesday video. That's still coming tomorrow, and that one's pretty actually silly and a lot of fun. Had fun doing it. First and foremost with this, to anyone that's lost anybody, death in the family, friends, loved one, condolences. To anybody who is ill or has lost a job and struggling to maintain, prayers be with you and your family. I am conflicted. So, had an epiphany last night. This is going to be straight from the hip. I won't even edit it. I'm not going to do any editing. I'll just go with this. My epiphany came last night. Everyone that knows me said I have a pretty laissez-faire attitude towards this whole thing. I do know that it's serious. I do know it's a pandemic and that there are deaths and there are tragedies. I have been pretty much just, let's go with it. It is what it is, and that's what I believed. Last night, my epiphany came from a moment of weakness. I had a throat after eating, got home late, long day, and I'm grateful for working. My job does put me in a position to where I do come in contact with a lot of stuff that travels and that could have stuff on it. I'm grateful still, wouldn't change it. I had a sore, scratchy throat last night. And at that point in time, I started assessing everything mentally, what I've done over the last few hours and few days. And every 5 minutes, I'm running a self-diagnostic check, like, does my throat, am I tired, do I feel a fever? I mean, just ad nauseum, because you know what the symptoms are. And for 2 hours last night, ladies and gentlemen, it truly drove me nuts. And I got it. It was fear. It was fear that I was feeling. And with all this information, paralyzation by information, is this right? This mask helps. This mask doesn't help. Ibuprofen, should you take it? Should you not? There is so much information that we are inundated with that we don't know how accurate it is. And 1 minute it is and 1 minute it isn't. But the fear was real. And then I'm like, no, I have a choice. I'm not going to live my life fearing. And I haven't. And if I stayed at home, it would be different. If I could just huddle down, bunker down at home, and not have to deal with anybody, I would. But due to the fact I'm grateful for my occupation, I have to, then no, I wouldn't be able to do my job if I'm going to be constantly in fear of dying. And one of the craziest things is I'm agnostic. And I've still come to the terms that we truly are born to die, and that the greater powers will decide how and everything that happens. And it's amazing how many more people who have faith aren't controlling their faith and letting their fear run them to me. And I've had acquaintances get irritated with me. And in turn, I'm sort of irritated with them, but then I've come to realize, you know what, they're living in fear. And I'm not saying don't let things affect you, but I've gone out, I've done my social distancing. I'm doing what I have to do to make sure that my family is protected in case something does happen to me. I've put my affairs in order as best as possible and tried to make sure everything, because I've been able to. And people are like, why are you out doing this? I'm doing it because it's what I feel I need to do to protect my family. And who are you to question me or to condone me for it? And it was I found myself getting irritated by it. And I had a lot of anger towards it because I don't tell you how, I don't judge other people how they live their life. And if you're sitting here following the protocols of what the government has set, then what have I done wrong? Nothing. But you want to judge me. And it seems that those who live in a glass house shall not cast stones. You know what? Do you? I'm not going to sit there and try to shout you down. You go on the internet, and I'm blessed once again because I'm not stuck at home. I don't just have to disseminate all this negative information on TV. The female soccer player who is, not going to apologize because she posted a picture of her with her new ride. And she maybe, since I've gone to work, she has apologized. I hope not. Because I see both sides of it. She's happy she got something new. And whereas I may not agree with, the fact that she wants to post it online, I'd rather keep my business more in-house. If that's what she wants to do, then she should be happy. And if she's used to sharing her joy and what she has, then there shouldn't be nothing wrong with that. And the people that tell her, shame on you for, doing this. There are bigger issues. Yes, there are always things going on. And when somebody does something good, people still say, well, it's not enough. There's never, ever going to be an absolute enough for what's going on right now. It's unprecedented. Yeah. And, not since the Dark Age, the plague. Are we dealing with something like this? Probably, history's probably a little wrong. We probably had some outbreaks I'm missing. But after maybe she should have did a little bit more introspective, and I can see where people did get mad. At the same time, maybe she shouldn't, she could have read the room and realized that, things are going on. But it's her right. And it's always the negative people that seem to scream the loudest. You know what? This time is hard for all of us. Just because some of us don't show it, don't show the fear, or don't give into it, it's not that we don't care. I don't want to die. I don't want to see any of my family members die. I love my loved ones. I love my fam and my peoples. I do care about them. But just because I don't show it in the way that you feel is appropriate, don't come down on me on it, please. Or anybody that tries to think similar. We're supposed to believe what we all have the freedom to believe, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. There are very few things that are black and white outside of death that we are all going to find a way to agree on. We can agree on social distancing. We can agree that this is a tragedy. But if I have to sit here and go out and do my job, then I can have this attitude because I know what I'm facing and I'm not going to live my life in fear. So for those that have faith, it's a good time to get in touch with your faith, because most of your beliefs that I know of is going to say that your God is telling you how they want things to be. I'm not telling you how to be. You can live your life however. I'm not going to condone you. Just don't condone me for living mine, please. It's a frustrating day. And I hope I don't come across as angry. Angry black man, right? Anyway, tomorrow will be much more uplifting, but my epiphany is I can see both sides. I truly can, and that fear is real. And if you don't get it under control, it will run away with you. And that is just not a way that I can live. And I implore you, don't live the same way if you can possibly do it. Find out what's going on, but step away from some of the information because all it's going to do is bring you down. Tomorrow, once again, regular content. This is just me, not ranting, but expressing. Striving for progress, not perfection. I hope you are too. Have a blessed day, everybody. Peace.